What's going on, everybody? It's Monday. It's time for my rumor mill. 5 quick rumors for today. It's more like a recap of last night's Extreme Rules show, and of course, what I have to say about this past weekend's Slammiversary and of course, Extreme Rules itself. Let's start off with Heath Slater, as you saw, is now part of TNA Impact Wrestling. Eric Young is with them again. You also have Deanna Perot, I forgot how to say her name, but the woman wrestler, she's now the champ for TNA. Good for her. She came from NXT. And who else? There's somebody else I'm missing. Maybe I'll get back to it in the show. Also, last night was Extreme Rules. And I'm sorry, EC3, that was the other guy. Irrelevant, exactly. But so, Extreme Rules, if I have to give it a grade, I'm going to give it a C. It did not live up to the hype like it never does. The thing that honestly saved it from being a D or an F was the Swamp Fight match. Of course, Bray Wyatt, creative genius. Braun Strowman did great in it as well. And I'll get more into it as we recap some more. But the eye for an eye, lame. I mean, I don't understand why they had to have that stipulation. I guess it's the horror show, I understand, but stupid. Because you kind of saw a little bit of an eyeball in Rey Mysterio's hands. Once again, stupid. I did like the whole controversial end. I had a feeling they were going to give the titles to the role models, the golden models, or whatever they're called, Sasha Banks and Bayley. But it's controversial, and Asuka is still officially your champ, because WWE's statement says that Sasha Banks is that was an unofficial match ending, and I guarantee there'll be more to it tonight. Moving on, what else came from the show? The Swamp Fight match, of course. Drew McIntyre's match was all right. The stipulation was great in Dolph Ziggler's part, but we all knew he was going to lose. But the Swamp Fight match, amazing, sensational, fantastic. All the critics that are online saying it was very sluggish and unimpressed with it, listen, what's wrong? I don't understand. I would love to know what was wrong with it. You got what you wanted, and we know what it was going to set up. It was going to set up the Fiend, and sure enough, it set up the Fiend coming out at the end, showing up from the pond or the swamp, whatever it is. And now we're going to get the Fiend versus Braun Strowman, and the Fiend's going to take back what he should have never lost to Goldberg, because WWE screwed that up. It's a great story. Great story they're telling. The 3 faces of Bray Wyatt. It's a great story they're telling in this pandemic that we're going through with no crowd. So no challenges, is less talent. They're doing a great job with this storyline, I should say. The shows, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, not so much. But, hey, that's why you didn't see the bar fight, Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy. That's going to be being pushed to Friday to boost the ratings. And you didn't see, of course, they're saving Randy Orton and Big Show unsanctioned match for tonight on Monday Night Raw to boost the ratings. So, stay tuned for that. The biggest takeaway, though, Sister Abigail, or the whatever it was, like, the fake image, the mirage, the mind games that Bray Wyatt played with Alexa Bliss. Oh, I'm speechless. But you know what? That right there is the cherry on top as to why I think she might be in my top 5 for women's division ever. Maybe even top 10. For some of you that say she's not in top 10, you're on something else. I'll just say that. Moving on now to what today's supposed to be. It's the rumors. First rumor I have for you is regarding Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, of course, did not appear at Extreme Rules. And I guess he's not the champ. I mean, if he signed a contract and you don't show up, MVP's right. He forfeits. So, your new champ is MVP. And if you notice, Apollo Crews hasn't been on Raw for the past 2 weeks. And now, with him not appearing at Extreme Rules, all the tapings and all that, it's pretty self-explanatory that he's probably tested positive for COVID-19. That's the reason he wasn't on the show. He has not been on any shows lately. Hopefully he's better, gets well soon, of course. Moving on now to the next top rumor. Eric already said it. Bar fight was moved to SmackDown. Boost the ratings. Moving on to the other top rumor. I have 2 more for you. Quick show. This is revolving AEW now. Some of you AEW fans might like this one. The Chris Jericho getting splashed on by orange juice, with orange juice by Orange Cassidy from the ceiling, was not actually the original plan for that segment. The original plan that Jericho envisioned was to have Orange Cassidy drive in an orange juice truck, like the milk truck Kurt Angle drove in, or the beer truck that Stone Cold drove in back in the Attitude Era days. Come in an orange juice truck and just splash the inner circle with the hose. Would have been amazing. Would have been golden. Would have been even, like, not even better. This segment, by the way, was pretty awesome for AEW to do last week. But that was the original plan. But unfortunately, due to the restrictions they have, they can't really drive a truck in there. As you noticed by FTR, they drive in their car and they have to stop at a certain spot every time. They're limited to what they can do, and they still pulled it off without doing what they wanted to do originally. Great job on AEW. Keep it up. Last top rumor I have for you is regarding tonight, or potentially the next few weeks of Raw. Ric Flair is set to be written off TV eventually. Might happen tonight, might happen next week, but if you, I can already see how it's gonna go. The Legend Killer is gonna kill another legend tonight, Big Show, and then he eventually will write off Ric Flair. He's probably gonna punt Ric Flair, or he's gonna do something to Ric Flair, and then in comes Drew McIntyre for the save. And then here we are, the setup match for SummerSlam for the title. And then RKO's walking out of SummerSlam with your WWE Championship. That's not a spoiler. It's just a prediction. See what I did there? It's different. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow if there's more juicy rumors I read. Or maybe I'll be back during the week with a video. If not, of course, follow me on Twitter @_InsiderBA. That's where you can see any tweets that if I don't get enough for a video, I just tweet them out on my Twitter. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good day. Signing off.